chance to organize my thoughts. It doesn't give me a chance to correct the mistakes that I may make. But hey, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. These are my people. Y'all my people. I'm your people. So, you know, charge it to my head and not my heart if I make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, here's the deal. One thing I haven't been doing is that I haven't been promoting my book, The Best Idea I Ever Had, right now. For quite some time now, maybe a couple of years. You know, my sales will be up, they'll be down. I just take it for granted that, hey, you know, everybody that's gonna buy the book, they've already bought the book. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just don't want to be a hassle. Every time you hear from me, you see me, it's all about, you know, me promoting my book. Even though I'm always promoting something, I'm always selling something. So I guess I could be selling the book. But anyway, I took a trip to Atlanta this weekend. This past weekend, I took a trip to Atlanta to hang out with my frat brothers, my chapter brothers at Tuskegee University, Gamma Epsilon chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi. And one thing I did, I took an early flight, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I had to get to Atlanta I had to get to the airport about 4 o'clock. So the one thing I did was I took my book off the shelf. Actually, it was on my other bookshelf, but here it is right here. It's the best idea I ever had right now. I took it off the bookshelf and I took it with me. So while I was at the airport in Atlanta, well, when I was at the airport here in Dallas as well, going to Atlanta, I was just reading it, you know, going through some things, giggling, laughing about some things that I read, and, you know, some things I forgot about, you know, some stories that I thought were, you know, a little funny and that I shared with the world through the book. And basically I had 2 or 3 people, you know, more so about 4 or 5 would ask me, you know, in individual times, it's like, yo, what's going on? What's your book? What's that book about? What is that you're reading? And I told them, I say, hey, it's my book. You know, I wrote it. It's called The Best Idea I Ever Had right now. It's pretty much, you know, my life in a box, I guess, my life in a book, up to a certain point as to some of the businesses that I had started and some of the ideas that I come up with, some of the things I acted upon. And, you know, I was just like, I really hadn't read it in a while. You know, I really hadn't picked it up in a while. And, you know, they were curious. They wanted to know, well, what is it about? And they were like, what's the best idea you ever had? And, you know, I was like, whoa, I really haven't heard that question in a while, but I guess I really haven't told anybody or shared my stories in a while. So, I mean, that's probably why I haven't heard it. So I started talking to them about some of my business ventures and entrepreneur aspirations. And we just got to rambling around and talking or whatever. And once one person led to another person, and at times it even led to audiences of people, just for the simple fact that because when I speak about the things that I do and the things that I've done, I'm just so passionate about it. And that's the one thing I believe that entrepreneurs should be, is passionate about what they do. And if you're not passionate about what you do, you shouldn't be doing it. But if you're passionate about something, if you'll do something for free, that's what you're passionate about. So I was just talking to him about, you know, how I felt about passion, and talking to him about some of the ideas that I had, and some of my business ventures and my business partners and some of the mistakes that I've made, right? And you know, they were really intrigued, and the conversation went on for a while until to the airplane, 4 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the morning. Boarding, I think it was like at 5:40 or 20 minutes before, something like 20 minutes before the airplane departed. And we just talked. And as I got on the airplane, you know, some of the people that overheard us talking, that I was sitting beside, they were like, hey, what are you guys talking about? And what was that book you're talking about? I was telling them some of the same thing. I'd start over. Hey, it's a book that I wrote. It's called The Best Idea I Ever Had right now. And basically it's all about my ideas and the business ventures that I've been associated with. And they were like, whoa, that's deep. That's big. You know, I always wanted to write a book. You know, I kept getting that over and over. I wanted to write a book, or this is what I wanted to do. I just never had the courage to do it. Or, you know, I like that idea as well. And I've got this idea. And, you know, I said, hey, you need to act upon your dreams. You need to move on them. And they were like, man, thanks for the time. Thanks for the inspiration. Thanks for the motivation. And I'm like, man, I said, you know, I really haven't been sharing my idea. I haven't been sharing my world with people for a while, just because I took for granted that, you know, no one really wanted to hear anything else about what I was saying or what I was doing or what my dreams were about, and, you know, businesses and that kind of stuff. So I just like, hey, you know, let's keep this to myself, and I just do my own thing. But as I got to Atlanta, I was sitting down at the hotel waiting on an Uber. Same thing would happen. People would ask me, "Hey, what's that? What did you reading about? You know, what's that book? You know, what is that about?" You know, and the thing is, like on the cover, it's just a guy with a light bulb type head, right? And it's like, hey, that's kind of, that's, you know, what is that about? It's like, he's thinking. That's what he's doing. His light, he's got his light bulb on and he's thinking. And he's coming up with new ideas and new ways to run his business. And, you know, people were really intrigued. And I guess I was just as passionate as I was about talking about it. They was passionate about listening. I was like, whoa, this is big. I hadn't thought about this in a while. But, you know, I've taken myself out of in my, even in the book, I have what I call my world. And I've taken people out of my world, and I just been living in my world on my own. And really haven't been talking to people about the things that I do and the things that I love and the things that I do and the things that I've done. Right. It's just, it's been all about me. Right. And I met people on the airplane. I met some doctors and lawyers, some school teachers, some people that just wanted to start businesses, people that were looking for jobs, some people that wanted to, do something, but didn't want to do what they were doing, And I was like, man, I say, I've got all this information, but I really haven't been sharing it because I just figured people just didn't want to know, right? They were done with learning from me. So I guess where I'm going with that is I just want to apologize to all you guys, because if I've said anything in the past that inspired you, or said anything in the past that motivated you, and you've been looking for inspiration or motivation because Tarada is not saying anything now, so I mean let me go find something else to read or someone else to look at it on YouTube. Hey man, I apologize because I've really been selfish with my information. It's not about me, it's not. And, I thought, taking you out of my world and not just trying to spread my information about the book that I'm trying to sell or this, that, and the other. I was like, man, this is crazy. But all of that brought about positive energy. All of the people asking questions and me being passionate about what I was talking about, all of that brought about positive energy. And the energy was so positive that all throughout the day, I've been receiving emails from Amazon. Hey, book sold. Hey, book sold. Hey, book sold. Hey, book sold. I received an email from Amazon and said, hey, congratulations, you've exceeded your one-day record in book sales. And you got to understand, there was a point in time where I was but my book, The Best Idea I Ever Had Right Now, was number 16. It's number 15 or number 16 on the Amazon bestseller list. I'm not kidding. It really was. I mean, you can go to my my Instagram, Tarad Art, and you can go all the way down to the bottom. The last picture, the very first picture that I posted that's on my Instagram is my ranking on Amazon. I think it was 15 or 16. It may have been a little higher, maybe a little lower, but I was ranked by Amazon as one of the top sellers on Amazon. And I haven't had one of those best-selling type days until today. I mean, it's been incredible, man. And I just want to say thank you guys that I met. I mean, and it's not just the guys at the airport. It's not just the guys in the hotel. It's guys that I went to school with, Tuskegee University. It's not just my frat brothers, Kappa Alpha Psi. I mean, I was talking to ladies of Delta Sigma Theta and Alpha Kappa Alpha and Phi Beta Sigma. I was on the airplane with some Deltas and some brothers of Omega Psi Phi. They were headed down to New Orleans, and we were talking and we were rapping, and they were like, "Hey, that's great, congratulations, brother! Boom, 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 whoop-de whoop." Man, I'm telling you, I don't know who's buying the books. I just want to say thank you. I don't know who's buying my book, The Best Idea I Ever Had Right Now. I guess I should say that. But I just want to say thank you, man, because you didn't have to do it, but you did. I hope it gives you something, and I'm going to try to get my blog back up to where I'm able to talk to you guys on a regular basis. If you have questions and things like that, let me know. You got business ideas, you got concepts, you got some questions about what you're doing. You want to grow your business or whatever. I'm going to try to get back into that game. You know what I mean? Because I think that, well, I say I'm trying to get back into that game. I'm going to participate more because that's who I am, entrepreneur at heart. And I think that me not participating the way that I had been in the past, it really makes me selfish because I have so much more that I could give than just the things that I've been given. And I want to share my talents with you. If you have any questions, I definitely want to be able to answer those questions. Not that I have all the answers to all the questions, but there are a lot of potholes that I fell into, and there were potholes that I jumped over, when it comes to business. And I want to be able to talk you through some of those things and talk you around some of those potholes. And at the same time, encourage you to keep moving and not giving up, because just because, your dream or your business is not moving as fast as you think it should move right now, or you're not as successful as you think you should be right now, whatever you're basing success on, whether it's being popularity, whether it's being finances, whatever the case may be, hey, just don't stop. If you just keep moving, it's just like a car that's driving down the street. Like you're going from one state to another. As long as that car has gas, as long as that car has a live battery, as long as it has everything that will make that car move, sooner or later, that car is going to get where it needs to be. Sooner or later, that car is going to get where you're trying to go. Okay, sooner or later, if you just keep doing what you're doing, sooner or later, you're going to get there. I can't say that I'm where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. And I'm definitely not anywhere close to where I want to be. But I do know that if I just keep moving, sooner or later, it's got to happen. Sooner or later, I've got to get where I want to go. So don't give up. Keep going. Don't give up. Keep going. Don't give up. Keep going. And, again, I just want to say thank you guys that bought my book. You guys at the Dallas airport, Southwest flight number 508, same thing on Southwest flight number 1083. Those of you that were at the Hampton Inn on Camp Creek in Atlanta, appreciate you. Those people that I talked to at what was the name of that wing spot? Forgot the name of the wing spot that I was speaking to a couple of guys at in Atlanta, but it was right there off of Camp Creek Parkway, at the Camp Creek Marketplace. The wing spot out there, guys. I apologize for this. Your name of the business slipped my mind, but thank you. Uber driver that was the engineer from that was an engineer that was an Uber driver, or a retired engineer that was an Uber driver. Man, I want to thank you. A lot of great conversation there. Hey, the Noops in Atlanta, the Deltas that I met, the Omegas that I met, and not just met, but that I knew and just had new conversations with. The Zetas and the Sigmas that I met. Hey, thank you. I know a lot of you guys are headed to your boulets and conclaves and that kind of stuff. And you probably told some of your people there. You had to tell more than just the people that I talked to. I mean, I already understand that. And I just want to thank all you guys, man, because sales have been good. You know what I'm saying? They've been good. They've been good. They've been good. And I just want to say thank you. So again, I thank you guys for everything that you did this past weekend, and all that you did today, as far as book sales for the best idea I've ever had right now. And those of you that are interested in what's in the book, my website, TerodRobertson.com, is no longer up. I still own the domain, but I didn't want to managing it, and some of my social media, it kind of got out of hand. But you can still get it at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. So thank you.